All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Trying to come with some energy this morning, but I feel like a crystal yesterday. Just running low. Just running low. But it is Friday, and I look forward to Friday afternoons because when I leave and I go into town, I do what I have to do. Then I do nothing else, which also includes barely answering my phone and messages. So,
Don't message Roleza on a Friday afternoon.
I'm probably looking at something, eating something, or de-stressing. So yeah. Christal, good morning.
Good morning, Roleza. Good morning to the listeners of WEFM right here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the rest of the region and the rest of the world. It is Friday, the 21st day of June, 2024. The time is now 7:20 and counting because time waits on no man. So whatever it is you're doing right now, we're happy to have you. Feel free to reach out to 457-9997 with a call, WhatsApp message, or WhatsApp voice note. But you got to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Okay, what's on the table for today?
Wait, I'm Googling something. Every time I hear the 21st, it takes me back to my days of the student companion. And yes, June 21st marks the summer solstice, and it is the longest day of the year. So today is supposed to be the longest day of the year. Did you remember this? I did say from the student companion days, so yeah. Supposed to be the longest day of the year.
I need to get a couple.
Let me see something. Is June 1st actually the longest day of the year? Let me see.
There's something wrong.
Anyway, it's just something that I remember. So yes, June 21st is supposed to be the longest day of the year. So just something to note. All right. So talking about
that's
students.
That's a random thing to remember, by the way. That's a really random thing to remember.
Christal, you know me. You should know me enough by now. My head is just packed with a set of randomness.
That's a whole heap of randomness.
It's just I will just sit down and look at these random things on YouTube, these random facts. So yeah, I am one of those random persons.
Okay, interesting. Well, let's move on to something that's not so random.
But still leads back to student companion days. I don't know if they still use them. I actually don't know.
They should, because it was a good book.
Yeah, I have one at home. I still have mine at home. And I keep saying that every now and again. I need to go back to it, just to refresh my general knowledge, So, yeah. All right. So those parents who have grade 6 students, and back in my day, we call it junior 5, are in anticipation, I suppose, for those for their children who would have sat the CPEA results. I know that the last night saw several publications making note of the top results that came out, and Sugar Mill is actually the school on top. I forget to look for something, Ari does do the sound effects, but anyway.
I'm glad
I'll tell you why. All right, so I'm actually reading from ANN, but as I said, it's on several news sites. So the Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation has announced the preliminary results for the 2024 CPEA, revealing outstanding performances from students across the nation. Right? The CPEA saw a significant milestone in grade 6 students concluded on May 16th with 1,737 students of the 1,745 registered sitting the exams. This year's results show a commendable 87. Man, look for the sound effects. Show a commendable of 87.68% of the students meeting the prescribed standard, marking a slight increase from last year's 85.17. We can still clap again. Right, among the top performers is Ethan. Yeah, how you like my puppy show this morning?
I'm happy to be a puppy show this morning.
All right, so among the top performers is Ethan Richard Kent of Sugar Mill Academy, who secured the highest average score of 98.6, emerging as a top student. 100% in maths. And I gotta do that smack mouth thing because 100%, I can't even do grade 6 maths.
Really,
it's one of the most embarrassing things. No, have you ever done primary school work? I would do university.
Recently, no.
I would do university work over primary school work any day. It's ridiculous.
It's mind-boggling.
I think is I don't know, maybe because I'm so removed from it in terms of it's been a while. Yeah. Go on. And I did help my niece with homework and she got all wrong. She was probably upset. Probably upset.
Don't ask Roleza for help. Agreed.
Right? The Sugar Mill Academy further showcases academic excellence with Darius Jonathan Humphrey, who ranked second overall. The St. Mary's Roman Catholic School shone brightly, claiming 6 out of the top 10 spots. Clap, 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 clap. That's my alma mater, folks. I am highly biased here, right?
Prep school.
With notable performances from Evan Edison Scott, Rio Ezra Fitzpatrick, and Johann Francis Book, right? So we're going to call out the top 10 performers. So we have Ethan Richard Kent of Sugar Mill, Darius Jonathan Humphrey of Sugar Mill as well in second place. Third was Evan Edison Scott of St. Mary's, Rio Ezra Fitzpatrick also of St. Mary's, Prayash Parida of Windsor Primary, Johann Francis Book, also of St. Mary's, Shaya Alona Altido, also of St. Mary's, Khalil David King of Kittel's Government, Giovanni Charissa Hamlet, also of St. Mary's, and Gabriella Naomi Wood, also of St. Mary's. All right.
That's the top 10.
That's the top 10. Right.
Big up to Kittel's one time.
Big up to Kittel's as
like
well.
Like a little bit down
yes,
there. Yeah.
Yes, that student secured the eighth spot. One of the things that I do note of interest, though, majority of them in the top 10 are males.
Oh, that's what you notice?
Yeah,
I noticed I ain't here in a prep school.
Yeah, in prep school.
In the top 10.
Yeah, there are one, two, three. Seems to be three females within the top, and all the others are males.
Wasn't it last year that females dominated the top 10?
You know what this reminds me of? I can't remember what the stats were for last year, but what this reminds me of, you know, the expression is that, the saying is that while you have women or females more in the education system, more in the workforce, at the top are still the men.
The men, oh.
Right, and this in a sense sort of proves the point, you know.
The men are like, you know, there's a song, there's this nonsense song. At the top, it's just us. Yeah, the men are singing that. But I'm pretty sure there was a year that there were majority females in the top 10.
Maybe
maybe the last 3 years. I can't remember exactly which year, but congratulations to all the students who wrote the CPEA examinations for this year. The top 10, most notable, of course, those schools that performed exceptionally well. Congratulations to you. The schools that saw improvements, congratulations to you too. The students who, I don't know if the other results will be coming out for them today, but the students who exceeded their expectations, congratulations to you. Parents, please don't be too hard on the students because, you know, although they're small, adults tend to think, oh, they don't have any feelings or whatever, but they do, you know, they will feel it probably more than you will. So if you don't, your child or your guardian, you're the guardian, but the child is what? Guardy?
Your child.
Your child
the child within your care.
Yeah. Get to the school. Please don't compare to other students. Please don't compare. May not have gotten into the school that you wanted them to get into or they wanted to get into. It's not the end of the day. Trust me. It is not. Okay? Great.
Yeah, and as Christal said, you know, that it's so while it is that I'm commending, I'm clapping for these students. I actually want to see the results as well for the rural schools, because as much as yes, I all for St. Mary's because it's my alma mater, so I hold that close to my heart. I also I like to advocate and rally for the rural schools as well, you know. So I'm hoping to see a bit more stats released with regards to the statistics.
Statistics.
All right, it's a sleep kicking in statistics in relation to those schools, right? And as Christal said, you know, I think this is one of those things that I need for parents to break away from the mindset of if your child doesn't go to a particular school, that they are somehow
the school is Girls High.
Well, Girls High, Convent,
Grammar School,
St. Martin's, even
no, Thomas Saunders.
Well,
for a couple of years actually. Let me take that back. And Thomas Saunders.
Right. You know, the thing of it is that there are many certified teachers or qualified teachers or university graduate teachers spread throughout the schools, right? So it's not to say that you're only going to find the quote unquote qualified teachers within particular schools, right? They are now spread out. And the thing of it is that a child's education or a child's advancement isn't dependent on the results that they get at CPEA, and it's not dependent on the school that they go to, right? Because we have seen many success stories and many influential persons in society coming from various rural schools, so it's the work that the child puts in, it's the work that you as the parent helps to guide and to motivate and to push them towards learning. Any child in any school can excel. All right. So as Christal said, if they did not get into maybe the preferred school of their choice, it is definitely not the end of the world.
No, it's not. Once you get to wherever secondary school you go to, you just have to remain focused. Parents have to continue supporting the children. If it is that they need extra classes in XYZ, then get them into that. Please get them involved in an extra. I'm like you.
Both of us are sleepy.
Extracurricular activity, whether it's steel pan, it's learning piano, learning violin, playing football, playing cricket, sewing, woodwork.
Yes, and as
craft, whatever it is, like get them involved in something else, because we've been seeing it for quite some time. I've been talking about it forever and ever. Amen. You can be successful. You can be at the top by doing something that is quote unquote not traditional. There are a lot of fashion designers who are making more money than the white collar people. So to each his own, okay? To each his own.
Yeah, leave with a skill, leave with a trade, because as I've also iterated several times here on the program, that extra skill, that extra trade could either be a side hustle or actually become your main hustle, your main work, your self-employment or something along those lines. So, get the academics on down pack, but also encourage your children to leave with a skill or a trade.
Yeah.
All right.
And street sense too. Get some streets. Street sense.
Yeah. So
because thinking back, as you mentioned, not some students who went to the quote unquote not the top schools. Damien Mate. I can't remember exactly if it's Emmanuel. He went to, but he didn't go to grammar school or St. Martin's or Thomas Saunders. Well, Thomas Saunders wasn't in when I was in. Well, we were that age because it's been a couple of years. But I think he's an example. There are others, but they're not coming to mind right now. And for those of you who don't know Damien Mate, he worked here at WEFM for some time, went away to study in Jamaica, and then he was valedictorian for his year at the university, and he's now the person behind One New St. Vincent. You would have seen it online publication, many followers, and good stuff. So there's a lot of hope and potential for everybody. You just have to tap into that and make sure that parents continue supporting the kids
and
the children. Sorry, because kids go mad. Sorry.
And stand by your children, stand and support them, and because they could swallow your nose. They will continue to swell your nose. All right. As well.
Somebody say, Roleza can't do primary school maths, but that's your money shot. You can see she like Einstein.
Of course, I know how to count at least. Come on. No, girl, that was so embarrassing. My niece came home. She was properly upset.
I would have been too.
Properly upset.
I was never coming back to you.
I think she was around 8 or 9, and it's strange because it was interesting. I think she remembered it so much that the other day she sent me this meme that was floating around about parents who trying to help the children and I don't know what they're doing. So but I tell you, helping students with primary school work is not the easiest thing, and I will be very honest, it's not the easiest thing. And but Christal, you will tell me how it feels when that time comes. All right?
You realize how uneducated you are.
No, and that's the whole thing. Is like, how is it I could do other things? I could do university work, but primary school maths, that is what I'm actually struggling with. All right, so the time is now 7:33, and we are going to take a break. When we come back, we will bring to you traffic talk for today.